Bonafide Hustler. In this video, I'm going to show you my profitable finds from garage sales last weekend. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris, the Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from the inside of my garage. And yeah, I didn't film last weekend because I was in a hurry. I only went out for 2 hours. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I found. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Bonafide Hustler. And also, you can get this guide. It's still on a launch week discount. This is Garage Sale GOLDMINE. Now, this guide's going to teach you all the ins and outs of how to make money by going to garage sales. But more importantly, it's going to have the tried and tested tips and tricks from my 25 plus years of garage sale experience, including 25 items to go look for, including, all the tips on how to make it more streamlined, understanding the first 2 hours versus the last 2 hours, how to map a proper route, how to do a lot of things to keep you ultra profitable. So that guide's still on deal for like 3 more days. That's about it. Go pick it up. First link down below. So in this video, I think we're gonna see if I got close to the $1,000 mark from last weekend, only doing 2 hours of garage sales and about 1 hour of listing. Let's see if I made it close to a G. Because honestly, I don't even know if I've made up to $1,000. I haven't even calculated anything, haven't done any of that. But let's take a look. But to be honest, I went to 2 neighborhood-wide garage sales. They didn't pan out very well, but it was really the last 2 garage sales that were just lone wolf garage sales that paid everything. It was really glorious, and I really wish I had filmed it, but I was just in a rush. I had other plans and I just could not vlog. Here are some of the items that I found on that day. No particular order, and when I pulled up to this one garage sale, this lady was like $5 for anything that's like hanging on the hanging rack or on the little shoes down there that you can see, and I was like, okay. I pulled these right here. These are Fry Veronica, right? Fry brand Veronica. They're like motorcycle / boots. Very good condition. And these would have resale of about 40, 50 locally and about 75, potentially like 99 bucks on eBay. Also for $5, I got these Fry, I forget what they call this thing, but this is basically a slingback heel. And these have resale for about 40, 50 locally and about 75 on eBay, made by the brand Fry. Now, Fry is a very popular brand, and this is what the label would look like if you're looking out for it out there at garage sales. Also for $5, this hat right here. This is a crushable model sagebrush by Stetson. This is a crushable wool hat. So yeah, it's pretty neat, honestly, and it's got tags. So on the site, on actual Stetson site right now, this is $124. So I think that the resale of this is probably about half of that, or possibly even $100 on eBay. For this Stetson, a genuine Stetson, made in USA, colorway is called Mushroom, and this is just a felt hat size medium. This was $5 at a garage sale, should sell pretty quick. Stetson is one of the best hat makers that you can resell. And then I also bought a jacket off of her that I'm gonna put in the booth for about, I don't know, 50 to $100. It's pretty cool, actually. Now that I look more into it, it's probably closer to like 80 to $100. Really nice little suede jacket, nothing crazy. This kind of stuff sells in my booth pretty quick. That was $5 at the garage sale. Then also $5 at the garage sale was this weird kind of jacket. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just a bunch of stuff put together on top of a coat. It's just neat. I don't know how to really explain it other than the fact that it looks pretty interesting. That was $5, so I definitely got into it. I don't know if they used it as a thing to make other things out of. I'm not sure, right? It looks like it has like a piece here. It's very Burning Man and very weird looking. I think we could probably move this between 50 and $100 in the antique booth, and that was $5 at the garage sale. One of the very first sales that I saw that morning was a church garage sale. So I went to a church garage sale, 2 community-wide garage sales. I zipped through them, didn't find much, but at the church garage sale for $5, I bought this. This is an REI Rev 16 bike. This commonly sells between $80 and $100. This is in very good condition too. And from the same lady that sold me the bike, I looked down on the floor and I spotted these right here. Now, these are platform Doc Martens, but these are also called some sort of floral thing. They're called the Devon Flower. And the Devon Flower actually resells for about 100 to about 175 bucks for this shoe right here. This is a ladies 6. It's in great condition, and yeah, I mean, why not? $5 at a church garage sale sitting on the floor. There are a lot of resellers there too, and it just goes to show you that if you work on your knowledge game, whether it be bags to bucks, shoes to bucks, RCs to bucks, bikes to bucks, outdoor items to bucks, jackets to bucks, there's so many things, sporting goods to bucks, there's just a lot of things to look for. And, you know, there were a lot of people walking around with some good things in their hands, but I mean, $5 into, let's say, minimum $100, that's a really good turnaround, although I think I'll get more for these. Okay, so after the church-wide garage sale and the other two neighborhood-wide garage sales that didn't pan out, I went to like a street-wide garage sale that had like 3 houses that were doing garage sales. And that's where I found some of those fry things and those jackets and that Stetson hat and everything. But the first house had so much cool stuff. I dropped some money. I wouldn't say I dropped a lot of money, but I dropped some good money. And for $25, I got these 2 pickleball paddles, and they're super awesome. And it's made by a really good company that I like a lot. It's called Selkirk. And Selkirk paddles are very easy to, you know, spot because they have usually that little cutout down there. But this is a Selkirk Vanguard Invicta, which is pretty neat. It's got some weights on the top too. Those are pickleball weights. They're not bumpers, but they're pickleball paddle weights. This one right here should resell for like 80 to 100 bucks. Selkirk's a really good brand. It's all the way up there with, you know, Eula and Carbon and all those CRBN. And yeah, so this is a really popular paddle right here, like super popular. Came with a case, which is nice. And then this one right here is a Selkirk Luxe paddle, which is nice. In the gold colorway, no weights on there. No bumpers, no nothing. It's been, you know, probably been hit around and everything, but it looks structurally like amazing. So this is a Luxe paddle. This should sell. I already got offered 80 bucks for this thing and I declined it, but probably sell between 80 and like 100 bucks as well. Maybe even 120, I don't know. So yeah, pretty good. I declined the $80 offer this morning for this one. Both those paddles were $25 at a garage sale. That's pretty good, right? Some serious money right here. You would know about this if you actually picked up high ticket items to $3. Because this is sitting in that guide. Not just this alone, but like the whole like genre about pickleball paddles being worth your time and money. It's a perfect example because that guide's all about, you know, 50 items that will yield $50 or more in pure profit once you flip them. It's a perfect example of this, right? Because I paid $12.50 for this paddle, $12.50 for this paddle. I got offered, you know, 80 bucks for this one already. That's literally high ticket items to $3 right there. Like plain sight, you know, obviously made more than 50 bucks. I could have made more than 50 bucks, but like that's the essence of that guide, just so you know. So if this looks familiar to you and you have that guide, then that's where it came from, right? It's pretty neat. Also at that one garage sale, I picked up this Tour Trek 360 golf caddy, which is pretty cool. It's a push cart, folds out everything, and it most importantly has the swivel wheel that's tied to a wire. You can see the wire right here, like right there. And that thing is tied to the actual handle that's on the back. Once this thing expands, I can kind of show you, there's a red handle right here, and this basically is the off and on switch for the swivel wheel. So this is pretty cool. This at Dick's Sporting Goods, for example, would be about $250 out the door. So I think we could move this thing for about $150 locally right here. And I got into this for 20 bucks. For 20 bucks, I also got into this Technics turntable. This is a SLQD33. It does test out just fine, works just fine. You know, has a 2002 Audio-Technica cartridge / needle on it. You know, it's a nice little record / LP player, and it does work. So, you know, I think we could make about $80 in profit on this, sell it locally for like 100 bucks. I think for $5, he also sold me all these golf grips, which is pretty cool by Golf Pride. They all are brand new. I think I could probably move them all for 35 to about 50 bucks right here, and there's 8 of them in there. Okay, so that brings me to the last find of the day from that same garage sale. He was into some golf stuff. I bought all this. Now these are tailor-made Rocket Blades irons, right? They're not the carbon ones, although there are 2 carbon hybrids in here. There's a 3 and a 4. But yeah, so there's a 3 and a 4 Rocket Balls hybrid. I don't know if they're drivers, but whatever. And then we have 5 irons that range from 5 to 9. There's no wedges in there. And he sold me all this right here. If memory serves me correct, I cannot really remember it all, but I think I got into this for 25 bucks, which is good. Because I think that the resale on this, after everything's all said and done, is probably 300 or so. So yeah, pretty good for some Rocket Blades irons. So like most of the money is into these things right here. And then these 2, which are called like hybrids, right? These 2, there's 2 of them. You know, a hybrid resells for about 20 to like 35 bucks. So it's kind of just in there, you know, but there's a 3 and a 4 in here. So yeah, pretty good. And the grips are all good too. I think that this is definitely I don't know, besides the pickleball paddles, I'd say this is like some of the most fun stuff to flip because it's pretty easy to flip. Outside of that, that's what I found at the garage sale. I thought it was pretty good for 2 hours. What do you think? And I haven't done the calculations on my profits, but someone do it for me and let me know, did we get close to that $1,000 or not in pure profit once everything's all flipped and said and done? let me know. I didn't do it, but I'm sure somebody out there will. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to pick up that awesome guide while it's on a little bit of a discount, and I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy. Goodbye.